Hey guys, welcome to Nate's Carving Creations. So, today I'm going to be working on this turtle that I started just the other day with my pal Frosty. Okay, y'all liked the first two videos that I did with him, so here comes another. So, without further ado, let's welcome David Frost.
Good morning, Nate.
Morning.
Or should I say good evening? It's evening over here. Okay, so we're gonna have the same problem. I won't be hear you for some reason, but it records all right, so we'll be sweet. Yeah. Okay, what I'm gonna do, we're gonna do a turtle. I've done a couple of these now, so what I'm just gonna draw on here is the turtle shape I'm after. So I'll just use a black marker, obviously, and just do a ish shape, like a full oval, a football oval or an oval. This one's gonna be on a bit of an angle, it doesn't matter. That's my main shell. And then I'll do another row on the outside, the thinner section of the shell, because they have this sort of, I don't know what they call it, a skirt around the main shell.
Yeah.
Draw that in. And this is going to be the head in, so I just cut it in like that to create this gap. For some unknown reason there's a gap where his head comes out of. So I'm going to go around. I'll make this about a ½ inch from the inner line to the outline, the outer part of this line. So I'm just going to mark him out, right around. Okay, roughly to there. Not the best of drawing. Now, a turtle has got a little tiny tail, so I'll just draw a little tiny pointy tail. This is a guide. And so up here is where his head's going to come out, so we'll just draw it in, coming out of here. They have somewhat like a diamond-shaped head, I suppose you can say. The snake's head.
Yeah.
It has a wrinkly neck, obviously, to retract his head in. And then let's draw up the front here, his legs, his claws on this side, so I've got one there. And we'll do the same. Sometimes it's easy if you turn it upside down, you can get it evenly drawn. It's weird how it works that way. So if you reverse it upside down, it gives you directly what you've drawn. I'm rushing this a bit, but anyway, you'll see the principle of it all. His knees to the side, and his back ones. His back ones like that. This side of his tail. For the moment, anyway. And then what I do with them on the outside, this inner area, there's really just lines going around. There's a straight, nothing fancy, sort of lines of design of the shell. And it's the way they make it, the way they're developed. These little lines. You still see what I'm doing. So I just go around as two random marks around the shell. And then on the inside, you've got it there broken up into sections, so I'll just do a regular line. It doesn't have to be exactly the same thing, so I'll just do some lines like this around the outside to create a visual of the shell of a turtle. And I'll do the same with the other side, just wrinkle it out, draw it down. I mean, if you've got a template, you know, a specific type of turtle, you can trace it and then put it onto your shell. And then all I'm going to do now is cross over the lines. So it's like that shape. This is the way that I'm doing, but everybody's different, so it makes no difference what design you have. So I hope you can see that clear enough. So if you get tail, obviously you're going to lose a bit of that when you carve down. So just make it a little bit bigger on your lines, and so that's the type of thing I would do for a turtle. They could be a little bit bigger. So do do that right at this stage. I'll make them a little bit bigger, a bit longer. There's that one. Something like that anyway. Lines around here are really an indicator, not a dead set. Have to be or whatever. You just change whatever you've got to do with it.
Yeah,
Back here.
all the lines that I draw are just reference marks.
So that's about all I'll be doing for this one. Get started. So again, you know, you might have a favourite turtle. You might have a snapping turtle that might look different again, or your sea turtles, your river turtles in creeks, and that smaller turtles, long neck turtles, short neck turtles. There's so many around a variety of turtles. But if you just want to have a practice, what I do. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use my cone burr. So that's me drinking water. So I'm going to use this cone burr straight off the gun. Like I said, I've done it before. Mate tell me use it, and use like a big pen, giant pen. So what I'm going to do, I'll do the outer one first, the outer skin. So here we go. You ready then, Nate? You're all good? Yeah, I know I can't hear you. You have to give me either thumbs up, thumbs down. Okay, mate. Cheers for that.
James, he went by Jim, a gangster wannabe, and baby, that was him. He stole his uncle's 44 last Friday night. Said if I wanted in, we'd have to plan this thing just right. We'll need the gloves, we'll need the bags, a couple masks. We'll need to steal a car with windows tinted black. We picked the nearest bank on Main and 17th. We wrote down every line from every movie that we'd seen, screaming, "This is a robbery, now get down on the floor. We're here for all the shit that you don't need no more, yeah. We want your cash, open the safe, get off your phone. Don't be a hero and you might just make it home. Get 'em up, then get down. Reach for the sky, then go ahead and kiss the ground. Get 'em up, then get down. Reach for the sky, then go ahead and kiss the ground. Get 'em up. Get 'em up. The freshly stolen Mustang, small block 3.
So that's what I've done there, Nate. We just took the edge away, leave some of it on. I think sometimes it looks nice with a bit of timber left, but then it allows me to gouge under on a different angle. I'm trying to do this for the camera. So the undercut is cut back under further, so it creates this rounded lip to the shell, to the edge of the shell under. Because the shell curls under like a little flying saucer, or what I call it. They tuck back under. So to give that impression, I'll just take this edge off, cut it a little bit deeper with my tapered cone, cut in a bit more, and I'm going to do the same with this side now. I'll just take some of this out. I believe this area at the moment where the legs are, because I can come back and do that afterwards. I'm just trying to get some shape with it. I'll do the same with this side now. The other thing is, what I'm trying to show here is, well, you can just do the whole thing with one bit. You know, for a beginner who wants to have a go at this, as you know yourself, they're expensive in Australia. I pay about $32 each for these ones. On a par with all of them, I think about the same price, about $32. So you want to get some good use out of it. So I like to tend to try to get the one job done with one tool or one bit. Sometimes you can't, but most cases you can. So I'll save the other side off.
Drove past the bank a dozen times this afternoon. The only parking spot was half a block away. Gave us time to practice just exactly what to say and screaming, "This is a robbery, now get down on the floor. We're here
So with this, because I've got the tapered comb burr, it allows me to cut in this V, which creates an undercut for the shell itself. So it's actually already started the undercut for the inside the belly of the turtle. You can see that. I don't worry about the legs or the tail or the neck, because that's lower than your shell, so that can come out after. So that's what I create by just going a few laps around, digging in, cutting into it. And like I said, because I've got this tapered comb burr, it allows me to get in there and just undercut as I cut out. So the next thing I do is come in and do the shell and finish that off. So I'll do that now. Okay, so that's what I do with my shells.
Okay.
Just, you don't have to go deep in them. You just like this here, very smart. It's very shallow. It's about 1/8 of an inch deep, and that's interlocked with each other. Again, it doesn't matter what shape you make your sequences of the shell. It's up to you. Everybody's different. If you want to be correct, you have to get a book and then mark them out like a book original photos would do. But then what we're doing here is just showing you the basics to get a turtle started. And I utilise the shape of the wood, the curve in it, to make the shell. If you do it on a flat bit of wood where you have to shape it, because it doesn't look right flat, the shell's always got a curve in it. So if you get a bit of wood, try to use the rounded edge for your main shell body. And yeah, just have a drink if you're right. So how you going there, Nate? All good?
Yeah.
Don't mind me drinking. Anyway, so basically that's. I mean, there's a bit more cleaning up to do. Take the fluffy edges. I'm going to go deeper underneath. Going to cut more under. This side will come off. I'm just going to remove. We'll remove this sort of stuff away from it, because you want to sort of bring the turtle out a bit. And the same with that one. We'll knock that down after away, so it gives you that appearance that it's going up underneath the shell. More like a 2D instead of a 1D. I don't know how to work, but yeah. So the tail and the head and the legs are the last things you got to worry about. Get your shell done first, because you got to lower. Your neck's got to go lower under your shell anyway, and the neck's tucked underneath the shell. That's why you don't have to worry about doing these straight away. You can cut into them now, just slowly cut them in and shape them so they look like they're going underneath the shell. So with the neck and the rear legs and this little tail. So I'm just going to take this away first, just bit off the edge on both sides between the legs, so they're marked off, just to show you so you can see what it's about. Because once you start cutting under, that gives you that depth of the shell going back under. So I'll start doing that. that's the head part done as well. There's got to be when you're carving, the head sort of tucks back under the shell, so you give that impression by just bringing it down to below that lip, roughly where the opening would be, to give that impression that it goes up and under. Same with the legs, they're fine, so start cutting them. So if you cut too much in here, then the legs doesn't look right. It makes it look like it's being detached. So if you leave a little bit area like I've done here for the legs, for your wings or legs on both ends, I can cut instead of the tail. I can cut down now, keep cutting this down until I feel it's right, it's going underneath the shell. Keep bumping things around. I hope I've got most of it anyway. I hope I have. So that's just the head part. Eyes. Move the eyes on there. So it's just the way it is, you know, when you do them. Well, that's why I do them anyway. So, you want to say anything, Nate, or want to ask questions, or want to have a drink and a smoke?
So, all right, guys. Well, that's it for this episode. So, we got the shell cut out, the undercut, and so now, Frosty, you got anything you want to tell him? So we'll pick up with the head and the tail and just try to finish it up in the next video. So until next time, you saw it on Nate's Carving Creations. And stay safe, stay healthy, and most of all, keep on carving. Peace out.